Everything I'm about to say on this video is absolutely false. Nothing is based in truth. These are accounts of a fictional character by the name of Damned Fool because he feels like his life has been cursed. Now, I forgot what I actually was going to talk about. And that happens, man. I get over here and I start talking and swinging from one vine to the next, and I end up on a whole nother tree, you know. So, basically, back to the point about the me being into the Egyptology, into the occult sciences, and I never got a chance to. Yet I'm still super interested though. I like to see how stuff works. You know, dealing with the astrology and the numbers and stuff like that. I guess numerology. Those are interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because stuff. I mean, you see a lot of things going off numerology charts, and just to know a little bit about it, I think a little bit probably can't teach you enough, but should give you somewhat of an advantage on days to make moves. And matter of fact, I made a serious breakthrough on January the 1st at 11:11. So, like I say, you can believe what you want to believe, but the breakthrough wasn't the best. And as a matter of fact, that's when things started pretty much derailed me right there, man. At that point right there, that's when things had kind of derailed a little bit. So anyway, yeah, so it wasn't October of last year. It was around January, maybe around October. I started feeling a certain kind of way, but in January, that's when it shook the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Bobby Hemmett. I was listening to a Bobby Hemmett interview. A lecture, and he kept talking about Sirius. Because they talk about the people from the planet Sirius and the star Sirius and all this old kind of stuff, man. And just Sirius. He kept saying Sirius so much, and after I came out of that meditation, and I felt like I made contact. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty fucking gloomy. You know what I'm saying? It was an odd experience, man. And I'm gonna get off of it, but it's something totally different. But but anyway, what I noticed shortly after, right, I back up out the game, and I told you as well, I ended up dealing with some nights where I was having some experiences, man, like where what these helicopters out there, look at the whole house shaking, but where it started feeling like things bothering me at night, and drained a lot of my memory, man. Drained a lot of my memory. So a lot of the stuff that I was into, I really can't focus on it like I used to. Damn, my head fucking with me. I'm talking about this shit and the goddamn chopper going on outside. It's fucking with my head. But anyway, but what I started noticing was Beyonce had did the Super Bowl deal, and then Kendrick Lamar did his little deal. You know what I'm saying? And I started noticing like a awakening around the world, well, around the media. I'm talking about around the world, around the media. They let Umar on the Breakfast Club. They let the brother. I'm trying to find a different way to say his name, but his brother polite. You know what I'm saying? But I got some weird issues with him, and I don't want to get my videos blocked for copyright infringement or nothing like that, and being on the wrong side of using people's names and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely gotta, chop up some of his stuff to see if what we can find, what kind of nuggets that I can trace you back from him to the damn food. But they let Polite on the Breakfast Club, and and so that's when I started saying, man, even though my thing wasn't to uh promote myself as a, a Egyptologist or chematologist or nothing like that, but I did have Pan-Africanism as a part of my persona, as a small part of my persona. You know what I mean? And so I started feeling like, you might want to leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? You having some issues that people don't understand. So I'm just talking to you right now, but people don't understand the issues that I was having. And but it was definitely time to let's just give it somewhat of a rest, man. You know what I'm saying? To figure out your foot. And like I say, one thing about, I think on the last video I spoke about numerology and stuff like that. Might have been on this video, hell, I don't know. But anyway, it's like before you jump off into certain things, you need somewhat of a teacher. You know what I'm saying? You can study and you can talk. You can talk as much as you want to talk, but without a relevant teacher, it just kind of, not even a teacher, but like a study group. You know what I'm saying? Just people to validate your words. You know what I'm saying? You basically just kind of outlawing, man, or riding other people's coattails and stuff like that. So anyway, the way I feel about certain shit, it's a protocol and it's a chain of command, and it's you got the okay, brother, to say whatever it is you want to say. And since I would never put myself out on Front Street as in being that dude if I didn't come from, that dude. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, but if you see a Ankh around, or, you know what I'm saying, or a design of some pyramids, or me taking pictures in Egypt, you know what I'm saying, on a tour, you know what I'm saying? Those are the things that I'm into. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, when I started seeing the media starting to embrace the things a little bit, that's another thing that I was ahead of the curve on, that I end up getting derailed, and now, you know what I'm saying, it's starting to become more mainstream. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how stuff well, it ain't crazy, but it's like you have to admit that you have to ask yourself, did the designer want to slow you down and give your adversaries time enough to catch up with wherever you are, so they could use whatever you have against you? I mean, that's a way of looking at it. That ain't 100% how I feel, but that is one of the ways. It is one of the questions I raise. It's like, keep him from waking up, opening up a few people's eyes, and allow somebody else to come right in and open their eyes to the same thing that he was gonna open their eyes to. You know what I'm saying? So it's very awkward, man, to think about that. And one of the things, man, is I'm just not not, I'm very, very cautious and slow about taking certain steps. You know what I'm saying? And see, this the thing. When I tell you I'm cautious and slow about taking certain steps, you have to also understand that the rabbit hole goes deep. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you, like my mama used to tell me when I was a small boy, man. She used to have a saying. She said all the time, what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. Pause. So, with that being said, this stuff that you learning may not be 100%. It may be some. I mean, don't get it twisted. I think that the teachers and the leaders that were putting the game down was spot on, but what they were using it for, I like I say, man, before you jump in gung ho with something like that, you got to understand what it is. And what I started getting from it was, especially when it started getting sour, it started almost feeling like a suicide doctrine. You understand what I'm saying? It started feeling like a suicide doctrine. And I remember this cat, City. City, he cuss a lot, you know what I'm saying, and whoop de whoop. And a very charismatic dude, man. But I'm gonna put it like this. You can tell the ones that have an agenda outside of the teaching. You know what I'm saying? Because he curses too much, man. I'm from the street. I have a little bit of street in me. I've been a few places. I know some alcoholics, some dope fiends that can't control their mouth, that cuss a lot. But it's a certain point to where you say, now that nigga dug for that cuss word, man. He made sure he overcussed on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's just a certain point to where you say some shit is uncalled for. But needless to say, I'm enjoying the show. You gotta remember, I already told you, I don't expect. I'm already understanding that there's a design going on here, and everybody playing their part. You know what I'm saying? So I'm respecting the fact that he playing his part. He got some hell of information. You know what I'm saying? And he got a very racist slant to him too. I gotta throw that part in there. You know what I'm saying? Just for when you go back and look at it and you be like, hey, man, this dude ain't nothing but a racist. I'm like, well, hey man, I don't know, I don't too much listen to that part, but he'll tell you why he's so racist. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to enough of his videos, you'll find one or two where he say, hey man, he's just trying to cut the white man down to size. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you scared of him or whatever. Whoop de whoop. You know what I'm saying? But the dude is very vicious with his verbal attack, to say the least. But he said it was a interview they was doing in a hotel. Him, brother Paul, and them boys were feeling good. I don't know what they was on. I guess they was high on sea moss. I don't know what they was on. But the cat said something to the effect of he was talking about somebody, but I took the energy like I always do, and it felt pretty it felt like it was coming toward me. And he said, oh, we gonna sacrifice that brother. Go on and send him up to the gods. And it's kind of like a joke that's not a joke. You know what I'm saying? When you understand who taking the jabs and shit, and You know, somebody say something like that, it's a little outside the margin. And so when he said that shit, and I think Brother Peel was pretty much co-signed it, and it was a strange bit of emotion went through me. You know what I'm saying, when I saw that. But needless to say, I was like, oh man. So now this shit taking a pretty much a turn for the worse. You know what I'm saying? I think it was after a debate. I think it was after the polite Rosenberg debate. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, to say the least, I don't even know what I want to say after that. You know what I'm saying? That took me to a whole nother zone, a whole nother place. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it just started feeling more like a what John Henry Clark called Christianity, a death cult. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm listening to all the music, man, and all the songs and everybody. Now, you got to remember, up until this point, everything is positive. Everything is unity. No, not a whole lot of, you know, undercutting the damn fool in the talk. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of it anyway. I couldn't really listen to them brothers live. The live interviews was always kind of weird because, you know, it's like motherfuckers saying what you're thinking, and you know what I'm saying? This is kind of weird, man. So I try to stay off the live, but I enjoy the live. You know, I enjoy, like I say, man, it passed the time. And so anyway, but let me get back centered, man. It's started feeling like, and I don't want to dig up those thoughts and feelings and the places where I'm getting the thoughts and the feelings from. But it started coming from that particular group. And so everything brother started teaching, like I can remember Polite was doing a lecture, and it was about it was probably like a black spirituality book with an angel with an afro. You know, it probably been wrote before the Book of the Dead, and I think it was another version of the Book of the Dead or something like that. And basically, he was saying it was showing that the Black Death is divine. You know what I'm saying? And all this old kind of stuff, man. It walking you through the gates of hell and all, walking you through the gates of death, and when you die, you graduate and all this old kind of shit. It was a odd way he was putting it, and he was looking at the camera like with a real serious look while he was, you know what I'm saying, explaining this stuff to people. And I'm wondering if people hearing this shit the same way I'm hearing it, you know? But anyway, to say the least, man. So yeah, so I basically had pretty much took a chill pill off the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, since I'm like having some I guess, I don't want to use the wrong words, man, but I want to use words that you can understand. I don't know at what age you might even hear this at, or where you are, you know what I'm saying, but I guess you can say a spiritual battles, you know what I'm saying, and you kind of like trying to go back to where you were before you started having a spiritual battle, like you don't know actually what set it off or what you're doing. So I kind of put the knowledge kind of to the side, and went back to basic prayer. You know what I'm saying? And what may be confusing is I don't even want to get into that. You know what I'm saying? But so that could be confusing as well. But you got to remember, I am in communications with the designer. You understand what I'm saying? So now this ain't about just being free and making mistakes and not giving a fuck and living with the consequences. It's like a whole different aspect, and that you're not fortified with the intelligence, to deal with it. Like, I'm saying? So basically what I'm saying is, if your opponent has all the intel on how to beat you, you know what I'm saying, or a way that they can beat, they might not have all the intel. They just might know, they might have a certain job to interrupt you in a certain kind of way, right? And you noticing that you being pulled from different agendas. You know what I'm saying? So basically you just losing it all, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to feel really bad that everybody has an agenda against you, but you don't have an agenda against them. You understand what I'm saying? Or you don't even know, for one, all this shit could be in your head, first of all. You know what I'm saying? All this could be in your head. You don't know who the friends and who ain't. You don't know who just made a mistake and who being malicious. You know what I'm saying? And I got some cats that I'm pretty sure was malicious. You know what I'm saying? But some of them, are much less, you know what I'm saying, revealing than others. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, did money talk? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck got into these people to make them behave a certain kind of way? And so much to the point to where my life is worthless to them, or my feelings are worthless. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing how being on the outside stagnates my progression. You know what I'm saying? How it affects you mentally. Just the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? That you have to wonder, like, what is it that I'm not getting? You know what I'm saying? And so being that this is just a documentation of what I'm saying and thinking, and so these aren't things that I too much dwell on. It's just something that you recognize is a continuum, and I mean, it would be totally, for one, it's illogical to even be thinking this stuff, right? But if you can see the pattern and you can recognize the pattern, it would be dishonest to think that you wouldn't think that I don't know what to expect the worst, man. It's been going on a little bit too long to see Ashton Kutcher pop out. Plus, I ain't that goddamn popular. I ain't that goddamn known. But I'm at the point to where I have really nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, really nothing. All I have is my mom, and we all know, well, we don't know exactly what it is with mom, but it just almost feel like, she there with me 100%. I never have a problem that's too big for her. She's super supportive. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the words. It's just the cut downs and the fact that I was when I try the fact that you know when I'm trying to raise my kid, she interferes and off tracks the positive things, and it's I mean, in the pivotal ages. I don't want to really go on too much about that. I just want you to to know that that I don't know what I'm trying to tell you right now, but but just to get it off your chest, man, you have to say right now I'm at the point where I literally don't have anything as far as support. I have you guys, I have my kids, but I should be here to support y'all, which is my biggest fear, which was my biggest fear, and which was my major motivation, was to be in a place to where y'all could be the smartest people in the world and not have a care in the world. Because that's all I wanted for myself. I just wanted to be I never gave a fuck about proving to anybody how smart I am. You know what I'm saying? Or how dumb I am. I just take into account that I know what I know, and I want to get paid from it. And I love the fact that it could be a secret to motherfucker on how I keep on winning the game. You know what I'm saying? That's because, a lot of times people don't really know how much I pay attention to small details. And those small details can carry you a long way. You know what I'm saying? And I took pride in that. Now I wanted to leave that to y'all. And the fact that right now I'm like like my dad say, man, crazy as a road lizard. I guess a road lizard just run out in the street and just run out and play in the street till he get hit by a car. I guess that's what it is. Right now, man, I'm pretty much crazy as a road lizard. Like ain't nothing. I mean, I can sit down and focus on my business. You know what I'm saying? Which is all I have to do, because this radio thing. I mean, I can keep plugging away at it, but you keep plugging away at it until I find my mix and find my niche. You know what I'm saying? But at this particular point, it's let's just say I probably was better at rap than radio. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, man, my whole life has just been taken out of my hands. Today I don't feel like that. Today I feel like I got a shot at the where I'm not having a bad day. You know what I'm saying? But overall, and just to make a chronicle and just to make an assessment of the things that has happened. You know what I'm saying? And before I can take accountability, I'm trying to prove to you that like I've been fucked over. Like it ain't a bunch of bad decisions I made. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, that, I was always this reckless, off the chain, schizophrenic person that thought the world was out to get them. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's it's been a gradual breakdown that I had no idea how it's supposed to end. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea how to get into a competitor. Cause you gotta remember, man, when I get into into arena, I find a lane that's unoccupied. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even worry about competition because there ain't no such thing as competition. I didn't get in here thinking about nobody. I got in here thinking about being good. You know what I'm saying? That's all the fuck I gave a fuck about. I didn't care who thought it was bad. I know some motherfuckers gonna think it's good. You know what I'm saying? That's all the fuck I gave a fuck about. But, you know what I'm saying? You know, and you keep getting these avenues and these doors closed on you and slammed on you. It becomes discouraging is an understatement. Small word. It's not a word big enough. You know what I'm saying? To say, I guess you can say defeated. You know what I'm saying? You just feel, you know, basically defeated. You know what I'm saying? You know, feel like you're in a zoo. You know what I'm saying? For people to just fuck with, make fun of. You know what I'm saying? You know, you'll never, you know, be acknowledged for anything positive that you done. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just be a dude who took up a little space for a little while, and, you know, maybe somebody got a good story here, a good story there, or, you know what I'm saying, you did something nice for a few people. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you always have to guard your heart. You know what I'm saying? You always had to, you know what I'm saying? You know, you always have to protect yourself. You always have to be in somewhat of a shell. You know what I'm saying? So, the person that somebody may be listening to this and saying, I don't like this person, or somebody that I grew up with saying, I don't like this person, or somebody that come around me and say, I don't like this person, I mean, I feel cheated because the person that they're judging is not the person that's inside. You understand what I'm saying? This is a tormented person that's trying to function. You know what I'm saying? Through the torment, and it's not really a